Wuthering Waves gamers, welcome in. Today's a little bit of a different video from me. Usually the content that you see is super highly edited, but I kind of just wanted to have a sit down chat with you guys about the standard characters in Wuthering Waves and who you should be pulling for. The game's brand new, but I did have a lot of hours in the beta and I'm already pretty progressed into the main story of the main game. Currently union level 22 with a ton of different characters on my account, and I feel like I've got a pretty good grasp on who you should be pulling for as a brand new player. When you first start the game, you do have a beginner banner with a guaranteed 5-star selector on there. So you can see these characters, have a look at them, see who you like, and choose who you want to pull for. But if you're going for who's the best characters, then I've got a bit of news for you. There's two characters on this banner that work really well together and are just very strong characters. One being this guy right here, Calcharo, who I pulled for just because he looks super cool. I mean, look at this guy. His design is chef's kiss. His combat animations look absolutely amazing. He's got a 3-chain skill, so you can tap it 3 times to gain some energy. You can also weave it in between basic attacks like 1, 2, 3, and he deals insane damage. He's one of the few broadsword users right now, so he's a bit of a slower attacker, but the damage he outputs is phenomenal. I'd highly recommend pulling for him first. And Wuthering Waves just dropped this voucher of reciprocal tides, which gives you another guaranteed 5-star for free because of all the issues they had at launch. And with that one, I highly recommend you pull for Verena. She's one of the best supports in the game. She heals, she buffs a lot of damage, especially heavy attack damage. So with Calcharo, she synergizes really well. So if you're 2 guaranteed 5 stars, I highly recommend going for those. They'll help you out early game so much, and I'm even in the mid game right now for 1.0, and they're still rocking it completely. Then, I really would recommend you pull for this weapon. It's fantastic for Jian if you do plan to pull for him too, which I did, and I don't regret it in the slightest, but it's also very good for Calcharo. It's a crit damage weapon that does some incredible damage numbers. Increase the damage bonus of all resonance abilities by 12%. Every time an intro skill or resonance liberation is cast, you increase the heavy attack damage bonus by 24% up to 2 times as well. So up to 48% increase. It's a great weapon and you can use it on Jian or Calcharo. Again though, I do highly recommend putting it on Calcharo. And I would also say if you're a pay-to-play player, building pity is usually not a great idea, but even if you don't really want to pull for Jian, Mortifi here synergizes so well with Calcharo that the 3 characters you would need for completing pretty much any content in the game right now would just be Calcharo, Mortifi, and Verena, and you can roll through pretty much anything. They work incredibly well together, and you've got a chance at getting Danjin off this banner, who's absolutely incredible. But if you're a free-to-play player and you really don't want to pull for Jian, you want to wait for the next character, who also looks great and synergizes well with Calcharo, then it's a bit of a risky play. For free-to-play, I'd probably recommend that you just pull on the standard banners for now and wait for the next character, who is Yinlin, who in the beta really did synergize great with Calcharo, so that's a choice that you'll have to make. And then if you do want to pull on the standard weapon banner, you can choose any weapon you like from this. It's a guarantee. The weapon banners don't have a 50-50, so you're guaranteed after a maximum of 80 pulls to get the weapon you want, standard banner or limited banner, which is fantastic. And I wish the gacha games really learned from this. But I'm going for the pistols because honestly, even 4-star pistols are really hard to get. Right now, I have the 5-star weapon on my Calcharo. I have 3-star weapons on my Mortifi, which could be a lot better. And I do have a 4-star variation weapon on Verena, which works really well. She needs a lot of energy. For free-to-play and pay-to-play players as well, eventually you're going to get enough of these Aftershock corals to be able to purchase constellations or sonances in the store. And this is a weird one because honestly, I really like Calcharo's gameplay, but if you take a look, and this also goes for if you're just going to spend money or if you get lucky and get a double or anything. If we take a look at the sonances here, it's a weird one because Calcharo's is pretty good and he is quite energy hungry, but Verena's first sonance here is absolutely amazing. You get extra healing from the outro skill, and she's going to be using that the majority of the time. So I think Verena's is probably better to go for, but that's just me. It is quite a tough one. It's still a new game. There's still a lot of changes that can be coming up with future content and bosses and stuff, and new team comps and everything, but for very early game, I really do recommend these 3 as your starter team. They just synergize so well together. Let me give you a slight showcase of what this team can do just against Crownless here. I'll show you a little bit of what the gameplay is going to be looking like, because I think it's just badass, dude. It's so fun. You can parry with Calcharo, which I'll show you right now. You just got to be slightly early with the timing because he does attack pretty slow.
As you wish.
And the way you're going to be using this team is you want to be getting Verena's energy up a little bit, get the parries down. You can use her ult to increase the healing and damage of your other characters. Mortifi with the outro skill.
Burn to
And then
ashes.
this, which gives you constant fire damage.
All is fair.
And then you can just
Unleash
pop
the
off with
flames.
Kalcharo, use his ult, go crazy, breaks a lot of the enemy shields, and just deal insane damage. You might not be able to hear me because the sound is pretty loud. I apologize. Oh, God. But you can pretty much one-phase a boss, almost. Maybe not quite. If you get a better build than me, you definitely could.
All is fair in war.
Oh, but the combat feels so satisfying, and this team just makes it even better. We didn't get an echo, which sucks, but it is what it is. Fantastic team. Really, really fun to play. And you know, the game's new. I'm sure even I'm missing some stuff, but the fact that Morphe is basically your land from Genshin Impact, the ult gives you constant fire attacks coming down and shooting the enemies while you're attacking them. Verena giving the healing and heavy attack damage bonus for Kalcharo. Synergies through the roof. Just have fun with it. Let me know if you're enjoying the game down in the comments below, and if you want to see more Wuthering Waves videos, because I would absolutely love to play more of this game and make a lot of content for this game. And this is a very different style of video for me, so if you have any other tips for other players, please leave them down below in the comments. Stay tuned for more content, because I am absolutely hooked on this.